Do you have a philosophy as head of school?
I do. I have a general philosophy of education, which is that education has multiple purposes, but the essential purpose is to draw people out into their best self. And I think Derryfield does that beautifully. That's one of my favorite things about Derryfield is working with colleagues who completely and fully believe that and have worked in that manner for the entire time that the school's been in existence. And I think that also beyond that, education has the purpose of passing on human scholarship. It has the purpose of cultivating character so that people who are honorable and wise go out into the world. But I think it also has the job of educating people to be happy, because happy people are capable of really creating a world that is peaceful and amiable and happy as well. And why not, as the Dalai Lama, I think, says the purpose of life is to be happy. Why not develop schools in which happiness matters?
You've held many different positions at Derryfield. How will your experience in those other areas inform your new role as head of school?
Well, I think in two ways. One is that I think that so much of the work that head of school does is about relationships. It's relational. It's how do you have working engagements of trust in other people. And I have wonderful relationships with people who both work at Derryfield, but also parents and alumni and students from my different roles that I've had. But in addition, I think that I'm in a unique position where, because I've had so many different jobs, I'm able to partner with my colleagues in a way that I hope is very useful to them.
Are there any drawbacks that you can see to being so familiar with the school?
I think a danger would be that one would have a small-minded vision, and I get around that by going and seeking both advice from colleagues who are constantly aware and alert to what's happening in their fields and asking them what they think, and also by reaching out to heads at other schools that are doing exemplary work in the program we're looking at. So if we're curious about, for example, having a better alumni program and better engagement with alumni, my approach is to talk to the people I work with. What have you seen? What do you know? And then go outside to heads of school and say, are you proud of your program? Let us come visit. Let us learn all about it. Let us gain from your expertise.
What are some of the things that you love most about Derryfield?
A couple of things. I mean, I love the people the best. I think this is an amazing school in terms of the kinds of faculty and staff we have, their dedication, their expertise, their humility, their great sense of humor. We've decided that's an absolute requirement to work here. The students and their families also, this is a school that provides a privileged education, but the children here are unspoiled. I just heard recently about a new faculty member who on her first day was approached by a student who asked her, did she have someone to have lunch with? And I think that element of care is really significant and special. Dennis Holland is big on reminding us about how rare it is that at the end of each class, teachers would be thanked by their students, and yet that's so commonplace here.
And what would you like to see grow during your tenure?
Oh, there are a number of things that it would be wonderful to grow. We are a young school that has exemplary faculty and staff, exemplary programming. Our facility doesn't yet match the quality of the programs and of the adults and of the student performance here. So I'd love to help grow that facility to match that. I'd also love to grow our outreach so that people in the whole New England region understand what a special and exceptional school Derryfield is. And then there are numerous programs that we're very good at, and I'd love to help us get better at making sure that every student understands the opportunities that exist, and we really help tailor that child's experience to all the opportunities, be they service or global or online. I mean, amazing opportunities abound, and I just want to help us get better at making sure every student understands how that might relate to them.
So what are the challenges you see for us in the next few years?
Some of the challenges that I see in the next few years include building on the success that we've had in enrollment and in attracting students and really getting even better at attracting the very best, most interesting people from all over the area to come to Derryfield. One of the challenges that we have is going after quality of life for faculty and making sure that faculty can have a peaceful life and be fully engaged at Derryfield and make sure that their salaries remain strong and competitive. Faculty and staff are the heart of the school, and so it's just incredibly important that we keep up there.
So how about some opportunities?
We have a number of opportunities. I think we have this incredible goodwill amongst our alumni and our past families, as well as our current families and our current faculty and our retired faculty. And we have this opportunity to knit that together in a community in a way that hasn't been done. And honestly, I don't know of many day schools that do this well. And so I see that as a huge opportunity that would enrich all of us and the school's life. We have programs that we're already strong in, like STEM and writing, and we have this great opportunity to really enhance those and take those to another level. In addition, we have numerous places where faculty for many years have been cultivating leadership in students, and we have this opportunity to go after that and really mindfully cultivate the skills of leadership in each child, whether those skills are the way to be the thought leader, the innovative leader, or be the person who galvanizes the group to get things accomplished and get things done. There are many different faces to leadership, and I think being cognizant of that and really thoughtful about how do we develop that in each of these students is really important, because these students go off into the world and they're so well educated and tend to then control resources and be in positions of influence. It's really important that we take that training very seriously at this age.
What do you enjoy doing when you're not at school?
Most of my free time when I'm not at school has to do with family. I have 3 children. I love watching them play their different sports. I was just up watching our eldest daughter play club field hockey at college. I love watching lacrosse and alpine skiing. And then having fun with families, having families over to make cider and eat pizza, or if we have a little more time, have a real meal and have lasagna after skiing. To me, that's a really fun time.
And lastly, is there anything that you'd like to share that we may not know about you yet?
I think that it's important to understand me. You need to understand that I am a big family person and that I'm the oldest of 4. I have 18 first cousins. I have 3 children, 2 dogs, an out-of-control blueberry farm. And I think what that results in is that my exposure to different kinds of stories and different people's experience, different personalities, different dispositions, different sadnesses, different sufferings is pretty wide. And so when you come to talk to me, understand that I will certainly be listening to your story, but I have a context that is pretty broad and definitely full of appreciation and love for young people.